It's just getting harder and harder. I won't say harder, it's just getting more and more difficult to deal with the bureaucracy here. You know, it should be an easy thing, and it used to be an easy thing, but they've gone and changed the rules again. Hi guys, welcome back. You know something? I am totally frustrated, honest to God. You know, it should be an easy thing, and it used to be an easy thing, but they've gone and changed the rules again. I'm renewing my driver's license. Now that's a pretty boring subject to tackle, but there's nothing boring about the bureaucracy. In itself it's boring, but when you have to meet the criteria that's required to get or to renew your driver's license, it's anything but boring. It's a pain in the ass. I'm just going to show you the procedure that I've been going through over the last 4 days just to renew my driver's license. And a lot of fellas are saying you'll only get a 2-year or a 5-year. I'll show you what it says on the form. So this is what I have at the moment. I've got a medical certificate, and today I have to drive back to immigration to get my residence certificate. And it says here, I'm trying to hide some of the private details. For your residency certificate, it states you can get it from an embassy or immigration. In this case, obviously, it's immigration, and it includes the address, the number of the address, the district, the sub-district. You cannot use a TM30. There you go. I don't know why, but you can't. Now, in terms of 5 years and 2 years, I did see something about that there. Total cost, blah, blah, blah. License for 2 years. There you go. My current one is 5 years, so I'm only getting a 2-year license. So that's changed. So anyway, I've got my medical certificate. Now I've got to get my residence certificate, so I have to drive all the way up to immigration to do that in Pontotonie. And I have a funny feeling, and I don't know what's going to happen, but my address is in Pontotonie. We live there at weekends. That's my wife's home address. But my son goes to school in Bangkok, and we live here on weekdays. I have an address for Pontotonie, which I'm going to get a certificate for. But when I go back to the drivers or the land registry office tomorrow to get my driver's license, are they going to tell me that because my address is not in Bangkok that I can't get my driver's license in the land registry office in Bangkok? I have a funny feeling that's going to happen. And you might say, why didn't I ask them that? Because I didn't think of it. The guy just gave me the criteria. He just gave me this piece of paper and listing what I have to get. And it is residence certificate and medical certificate. And I got the medical certificate. It cost me 670 baht for my medical certificate. But there you go. And so, let's hightail it up to immigration in Pontotonie and get our residence certificate. And let's see what happens tomorrow. Now, it'll be tomorrow for you, but it'll be a couple of seconds for well, it won't be a couple of seconds now because we're going up to Pontotonie now. We might have a bit of hood cam on the way. But we get up there, we get the thing. I'll see how much it costs. So far we're 670 baht or thereabouts. We'll see how much it costs for that, and not to mention the gasoline and the tolls. And we'll see what happens. Enjoy the hood cam. Okay guys, so we're on the road. Just as a footnote to this video, some people actually think that this is a mobile phone. It's not. It's a Tascam digital recorder, and it's a great piece of kit. And people say, why don't I have the radio mics that other YouTubers use? I'm not other YouTubers. Radio mics are great, but I find the Tascam absolutely fantastic because you're not limited to a range. You're limited to a range with the radio mics. Anyway, that's that. But look, we're on the way. We're on the way. And I know some of you might say, why didn't I check it out before? Should my address be in the jurisdiction of the office where I'm making my application for my driver's license. Presumably so. But I have to get the certificate of residency anyway, and I have to get the medical certificate anyway. Now tomorrow, as I said earlier, tomorrow we will be going to the aforementioned land registry office, and I've a funny feeling I'll be surprised if they give it to me. But all this rigmarole, the things that are changing in Thailand, rigmarole. I know you have to get a medical certificate, you know, to be checked out. But I can tell you, nobody checked my eyesight. I mean, you'd expect that would be paramount, but my eyesight wasn't checked. So I'm not saying that. And yeah, the other thing, the 2 years, it'll be very interesting, and stay watching because we'll find out in the next part of this video. Well, not the next part, but the next part after the next part, or whatever part it is. We'll find out whether I'm awarded a 2-year or a 5-year license. At this stage, I just don't care. So, you see, this is my second trip to immigration in the space of a week. And it costs, as I said, so far, the driver's license has cost with the medical certificate $670. I wonder how much a medical certificate, hang on, are we pulling out? We are, there's people beeping me behind. I wonder how much a medical certificate is, or sorry, a residency certificate is for a driver's license. We're going to find that out too. But anyway, I'll press on, enjoy some more hood, I was going to say dash cam. Anyway, I'll press on. You can enjoy some more hood cam as we make our way again for the second time in 7 days to Pontutini Immigration. So we've arrived up in Pontutini. We're about 2-3 minutes from the immigration office, but I've decided to pull in just to have this continuity chat with you, to give a bit of continuity to the video. Again, I don't know how much this is going to cost me. I forgot to mention the gasoline and the tolls. You saw there on the hood cam, 90 baht for the first toll, 40 baht for the second toll. I won't be taking the toll road going back because I'm not in too much of a rush going back, but I just want to get this over with. That's why I went the toll road. But look, you're going to see now how isolated this immigration office is. It's in the middle of nowhere. We didn't record it on our last trip here last week. I'm going to show you now. It's off a dirt road. Well, it used to be a dirt road. It's off a country laneway, in the middle of bloody nowhere. Anyway, have a look at this. Okay, we're parked, and I forgot to mention 30 baht for the parking. Yeah, 30, not 30. 30. I can't even say it the other way. 30 baht for the car parking. So we're going to go in now. We're going to get our residency certificate, see how much it's going to cost us, and then we'll be able to apply for our driver's license. You might think it's convenient that I'm holding the microphone, making it look as if I've just come out of the office. Well, I have just come out of the office. I've come out of the office with more paperwork to complete than I had completed going into it. You won't believe this. I filled out the form, or did she give it back to me? Yes, she did. Application form for residence certificate of Thailand. Name, nationality, date of birth, passport number, arrival card number. I don't have my arrival card with me. I didn't think I'd need it. Enter Thailand on date. That's on the arrival card. That's in Bangkok. So I left that blank. And I thought to myself, maybe they'll have it on file, which they will have it on file. But before I go into that, date of birth required, and your address in Thailand, which I did, and driver's license. So that's the information you supply. So I got my passport there. I had to photocopy the first page of the passport and the visa of the passport, and then I submitted the completed application form, the completed detailed form, and the copies of the passport to the lady in there. Very nice lady indeed. And then she says, "Where is the house book?" I said, "What? House book?" "The house book of the owner of the residence, which is my wife." I said, "Fuck, house book." And not only that, but they want this as well. This is another form to be filled out. Notification from the house master, owner, or the possessor of the residence where alien has stayed. I'll read that again. Notification from the house master, owner, or the possessor of the residence where alien has stayed. Obviously not great English, but however. It requires the full name and the age of the individual, the nationality of the individual. Again, the address, the province, wish to notify the address where the alien received permission. So I received permission from my wife to stay there. I presume I do. Signature, must notify within 24 hours from the time of arriving at the residence, whatever. Must notify the immigration division if located within the Bangkok area. Must notify the local immigration officer if there is no immigration office located in the area. The local police officer must be notified. Receipt of the application. Okay, so I do all that. I've got to go back to Bangkok to do all this now. A name of alien's residence, just a spreadsheet there with boxes to fill in. So you see, I thought this was going to be plain sailing. I thought I was going to come out, get me residence certificate, and go to the land registry office tomorrow and get my driver's license. No. By the way, it's a renewal. I do have a driver's license. This is a renewal. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because I have to get all this done. And I won't get all this done and be able to get to the land registry office tomorrow because this is Thursday. I won't be able to liaise with my better half until tonight, and presumably she'll have her house book in Bangkok, but maybe it's in Pontoutini. So it's looking like I won't get this finished till sometime next week. I'm only looking for a renewal of a driver's license. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm not going to drag this video out for a week. I'm going to make myself feel better. I haven't eaten in 24 hours. And I've lost 6 kilos in the last, say, 10 days, give or take. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab something to eat. And I'm going to bring you with me. And I hate it when I'm about to do something. I think I've got all my ducks in a row. Whatever row you need, how many ducks you need in a row to get a driver's license. And it turns out you don't have all your ducks in a row. So I'm completely deflated, disappointed that I can't just get this done. So because I'm starving, or Hank Marvin as we say, I'm going to have something to eat. Come along with me. So I found a place where I can boogie. So we're going to boogie on down and with some chicken and rice. Thank you so much. Come on. Thank you. Hop on. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. So with some chicken and rice, and look at the wallop of the chicken I got. How about that? So we got some sauces here. So anyway, listen. When things don't go your way, you go for some comfort food. I was going to go to McDonald's, which is just down there. But I've lost 6 kilos. I know boiled rice won't go any way to helping me maintain that loss, but it'll be a lot better than eating McDonald's. And a lot cheaper. Lovely Coca-Cola in a glass bottle, huh? I'm sure there's other places around the world that still do Coca-Cola in glass bottles, but I've only ever seen it in Thailand, to be honest with you. Allow the ice to do its thing, and let's dig in. Let's dig in. See, this is a video. It's a multifaceted video. I didn't expect to be talking to you now at having not failed, but run into yet another obstacle. It happened with my visa application last week. I had to drive all the way back down to Bangkok to get my bank book. Now it's the arrival card and the house book. I'm going to put some of this sauce on it. It's very tacky, sticky, treacly, but it smells good. Put it on the rice. I get 2 bowls of that. Very nice people here, by the way. Now, how do I eat this chicken? It's already chopped. So, let's do it the way the Thais do it. Let's break it up there a little bit. Okay. Okay, now what you do is, you get a bit on your spoon, and you get a bit of rice on your spoon. And you do this. Very nice. The cola is your only man. So yeah, comfort eating. Do you know, you'd be doing a lot of comfort eating when you're dealing with bureaucracy in Thailand. I mean, that amount of paperwork. My argument is that everything they've asked me for today, they have on file. My arrival card, I submit every 90 days. The arrival card number with the date of my arrival in Thailand, I submit that every 90 days. Her house book was submitted 5 weeks ago at the start of the process of the application for the visa. So they have it all there. And I would have thought it would just be logical just to present my passport with my passport number, and they can access all the information they require. I'll say that again. They can access all the information they require at the touch of a button. So, why is all this so necessary? It's not necessary. Well, it is necessary. But it doesn't appear to be necessary to me. This, by the way, is not a keto-friendly meal. That sauce is lovely. It's not a keto-friendly meal, and it's not a blood pressure-friendly meal either. But if I can manage just to eat 1 meal a day, you can eat whatever you want when you eat 1 meal a day, basically. Let me know, by the way, what your experience is or has been applying for your driver's license. I mean, apply for your driver's license in Thailand. Is it the same as... I presume it's the same as mine. We see, all of this, it's not going to be in vain. But if I make another appointment, I have to make another appointment with the land registry office. I can't go tomorrow because I don't have everything I need. But if I get everything I need and I go to the land registry office, and that's in Bangkok, and they say, well, your address is up onto the knee, so you can't apply here, I probably won't go. I will check it out before. I'll cancel the appointment for tomorrow morning, and I'll check out where should I go, Bangkok or Pontootini, to apply for the driver's license. I'm sure it's Pontootini. Anyway, that won't be for another couple of days, because it won't be for another couple of days before I get all the stuff that I need, documentation wise. Oh God. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who helps me out and buy me a coffee. You know, I'm really grateful to each and every one of you. That's the QR code. There's your names there. If anyone wants to help me out, you just scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Oh, it's wonderful. I just say this. It's wonderful to be living in Thailand. But it seems to me that this year, with the visa application and doing this and other stuff as well, that the amount of bureaucracy attached with what you're doing has increased. Somebody made a video yesterday. There's a very good friend. Well, there's a friend of mine, and he has a channel called Talks of Thailand. I think he's from the north of England, and a very nice man he is too. Really gentle fella. He makes great videos. He has more than one channel, but Talks of Thailand is his main channel. And he put this up on another one of his channels, and I don't know the name of that channel. I haven't got it to hand, but I was watching it yesterday, where he said he's lived over half his life in Thailand. Over half his life in Thailand. And he doesn't see himself finishing his life in Thailand. He said he'd give himself another 5 years. He might change his mind, but he's given himself another 5 years now. And the reason is, one of the reasons is that after living half his life in Thailand, he's still a guest. And if you're not one of the not chosen few, but if he mentioned that if you're not one of the lucky minority, and I say minority as in a minority of people, of foreigners who are no longer guests because they've got permanent residence or whatever else, unless you're one of them, you're always going to be a guest. But he really brought it home to me that going through all this rigmaroles. A friend of mine said it to me today in Perth. I've got a couple of friends in Perth in Australia. I was talking to one of them. Seascapes, if you're watching. You know, why don't they just go to Spain? If I wasn't married, lads, I just wouldn't be here now. At this stage, I wouldn't. And it's not a criticism of the fact that I have to go through all this stuff. It's their prerogative, it's their country. They make the rules, and fair play to them. I'd need a knife for this. This is lovely, but it's very... the forks we get are very flimsy in these places. But there we are. Got her out there. So, it's not their fault. It's my fault. I chose to come here. I chose to drive here. It's just getting harder and harder. I won't say harder. It's just getting more and more difficult to deal with the bureaucracy here. God forbid if my circumstances changed here in relation to my marriage. I couldn't see myself putting up with this rigmarole. Sometimes you get tired of being an alien. I interviewed two friends of mine on my last video, a Chinese couple, and the girl said to me that I asked her about, would it be different for me living in China, and she said basically that if you marry a Chinese national, you get permanent residence. Now, she's not an official, but that's what she said. So basically, if I would move to China, I'd be a permanent resident by now. But on the flip side, the freedoms that we enjoy in Thailand, we wouldn't necessarily enjoy in China. I wonder, is anyone watching who has experience of that? Being married with Chinese national living in China. Let me finish this and I'll talk to you then. I am full. My God, I was hungry, but that's very filling. For some reason, I don't know, it's very filling. The Coke is essential. It's a bit spicy. There's nothing better than Coke, ice cold Coke from a glass bottle. I mean, look at that. That's what dreams are made of. That brings you back to the 70s. Wonderful. Okay, let's pay for this. Get the show on the road. $110 baht. Not bad at all. Well, there you have it. I got me comfort food, and although I couldn't finish that, I've a hankering for something else. I don't know what it is. You ever feel that way? If you're wondering, that's where the hood cam goes. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it in some way informative, and I hope you found it entertaining. That's what I like to do. I like to help inform you and entertain you. And let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you think the rigmarole is worth it? I think it is. If I only have to do this once every 2 years, and I only have to do me visa once a year, and I have to do me 90-day report every 90 days. Jesus Christ, lads, when you put it like that. Anyway, I'm gonna press on. I'm gonna head home. And I'll see you again very soon. And if you haven't done so already, click that like button, share button, subscribe button. Do you know what? I think I'll give you a bit of hood cam on the way home. I'll show you how I set it up actually. Have a look at this. So there we go, there's the hood cam, ready for another journey. I mean, just to tell you, if you have had a similar experience to me in applying for your driver's license, let me know. But as I say, is it all worth it? You have to apply for your visa every year. You got to apply for your driver's license at this stage every 2 years. I could be corrected on that. Maybe it's 5. I don't know, but it looks like it's going to be 2. And you have to do your 90-day report. All of this is a constant in our lives, but we choose to live here, and that's the price you pay for the privilege of living in Thailand. There you go. I'm going to head on, and you can enjoy the hood cam. See you again soon, lads.